Hello, this is Yada's Guide to Drawing. This was made to help others out with drawing in a simple way. We will be using my style as a guide, but you can use your own style if you got one. We will be using Ibis Paint for this as well, since I use it and it's beginner friendly. First off, we're gonna try and draw a body. I will put a sped up video of the process on screen for the visual learners while I talk on the instructions. Slow down the video if needed. Let's start out with drawing the head. Drawing the head is easy. All you have to do is draw a circle and get the special tool and shape it into whatever you like. For me, I visualize a kind of chibi shape for the head. Getting it right the first time takes a little bit of time to get used to, but that's about it. Time for the body. Bodies are quite tricky to draw, but if you have a little trick up your sleeve, it can go quite easy actually. First, I draw a little stick in the direction my body is facing, and then start filling in the blanks, drawing the shoulders, the stomach, the chest, that. And for chubby or female body, try putting the weight down because of gravity. Also, for a male body, I would recommend doing a triangle shape. Onto the arms. The arms are basically sticks if you think about it, but you gotta think about how long they should be, because the hands or the wrists should be able to touch the hips. Shoot, I didn't write this in the script. Basically make a little oval where it should connect to the body and point down to the elbow. Basically make it a rounded out triangle, and then a little dash and down into where the wrists are, and that's basically it. We're done with the arms. Onto the hands, the dreadful hands. Here's a trick to drawing hands. Draw a little triangle, round it out little, do sticks on the flat bit, then round out the sticks. And you did it. You drew basic hands. Well, that's how I do it, unless I draw the blobs. Now onto the legs. Basically the same as arms, but you gotta think, how tall is your character? Because anatomy is sadly a thing you gotta know a thing or two about. But here's a trick. Draw 2 same length sticks. Circles on both, point downward, half triangle, and fill. And you've done it. Legs. Now it's for the others. If you're planning on adding wings, tails, extra arms, or making them furry, wait, I'm a furry. Know the basic shape of a wing or a tail. Wings are hard to get to correct, and tails have a way of just being there for some reason and blocking other attributes about the character you're drawing, if that character has a lot of accessories. On screen I will put a basic guide on drawing wings and tails, and I can also link other tutorials in the description. But now it's time for the scary part. Rendering! Look, I know, rendering sucks, I get it, but we gotta talk about this. This is an art video after all. We gotta know where the light is coming from so we can put our darks and lights and grays in the correct area. This is to not fuck up our drawing. But here's some footage of me rendering, so you get the gist of it. That's how I render. I can link in the description how to render stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. But this is so we can make your art look pretty and not slap 1,000 filters on it. Sadly, that's all I have to say, and I'll put a scrapped script that I wrote in the description. Have a good night, or day, or afternoon.